It's Cartoon Hangout, whoa, with Archaic King as your host. It's time to review some great cartoons, from Craig of the Creek to Scooby-Doo. Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon.
Good night, My Little Pony.
He said it! He said it!
Hello, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. So, the new My Little Pony movie dropped on Netflix a few days ago. I wasn't planning on watching it or reviewing it at first, but here we are. A thing to note is that while I'm not much of a brony, I am familiar with the franchise, at least as far as the previous generation goes, since I did watch a fair bit of it back in the day. It's pretty good, and so my expectations for the new MLP movie were fairly high. And personally, I feel like those expectations were met, if not exceeded in certain ways. Story-wise, enough time has passed from the events of Friendship is Magic that all ponies are divided and no longer friends. In the movie, this never gets explained, but it seemingly happened so long ago no one remembers even being friends in the first place. So instead of that being the plot point, the movie focuses on the character Sunny going on an adventure to prove that Earth ponies, unicorns, and Pegasus can be friends again. In terms of scope, it's actually fairly small. There's no grand journey or evil forces to overcome. It's about friendship and love, which can sound a bit corny, but I think the film pulls it off. Admittedly, I even teared up a few times throughout the movie, though that could always be due to the music pulling on my heartstrings. But yeah, that focus on something more personal, I think, is handled pretty well, but then My Little Pony usually has a handle on that. Every character, in my opinion, is well written, and they shine in their own way. Sunny, in particular, is a magnificent successor to Twilight Sparkle. I started off not quite liking her as much, what with the way she flaunts authority, even if she means well, but she grew on me quickly, along with the other cast of characters like Izzy, Zip, and Hitch. Izzy definitely has shades of Pinkie Pie, and I think there could have been a real chance at her character being really annoying, but she never crosses that line into that archetype. While writing this, I did see some criticisms about the movie's pacing, which I do kind of agree with. Sunny and Izzy canter off on their adventure rather quickly towards the beginning of the movie, but I didn't really feel like the rest of the movie was weirdly paced. I mean, for me, the writing of the movie was top tier. The messages were strong and clear, but never too obnoxious, even when you know what recent events they're referencing. The characters also never felt flat or boring, with only the weakest character maybe being Sprout as a whiny mama's boy. And even then, he could be fun to watch as his paranoid pony whipping everyone up into a frenzy. Plus, his song, Danger Danger, was pretty cool. Speaking of music, as hard as it is to believe, I was never a big fan of the music in My Little Pony. That's not to say I hated it, per se. I did like various songs throughout the series. But as I've grown up, I've become less into the break-into-song trope in films and shows. I'd rather just get to the story. But this film's music is actually pretty good. I can see myself re-listening to songs like Danger Danger or Fit Right In. And the rap part in that latter one really took me by surprise. Not in a bad way, kind of like in a good way. But if I did have to have one complaint about the movie, it'd be Sophia Carson's song.
We got the light, we're coming in stronger, we're in it together.
It sounds overly produced, not necessarily auto-tuned, just way too produced, if that even makes sense. And lastly, the animation. I have no complaints. It's a pretty movie. The CGI doesn't feel out of place, though I know there are fans who are going to miss the traditional look of the previous generation. And a brief look at what another 2D movie could have looked like as the movie's intro certainly looks incredible. Now, if only all 2D movies could look that good. I think if you're looking for a feel-good movie, or you're just a fan of My Little Pony in general, you should give this one a shot. It's not like you gotta pay to see it either, so you're not wasting your money. It's on Netflix right now. I'm personally happy I saw it, and I hope this little review of mine conveyed that well enough. I sometimes have difficulty reviewing movies and getting my thoughts across. Ironic, I know. I'm also looking forward to the show that is supposed to follow after this. I don't know if I'm going to review it, though. It depends on how bad Hasbro comes down on me for using footage of their movie for my review, or if I don't already have a show to review at that time. Anyways, that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more cartoon reviews. You're also able to catch videos like this one early by at least a week if you join my YouTube membership. Links will be available in the description below. Thanks for watching, and take care.